Welcome to Wisdom Sessions. I'm Zoe, and today we have a letter that touched all of us deeply. It's about love, sacrifice, and what happens when giving everything away leaves us with nothing. As always, we're blessed to have the Master here with us to illuminate these profound questions of the heart. Master, thank you for being here.
It is always a joy to explore the depths of human suffering and the possibility of freedom.
Our question today comes from a letter written by an elderly mother, over 70 years old. She writes, "After my husband passed away, I divided all my property among my 4 children, believing they would naturally care for me when I had nothing left. But after the inheritance was settled, my children began arguing that I'd been unfair. They reached an arrangement that broke my heart. I now live at each of their houses, 1 month at a time. At the end of every month, I pack my small bag and move to the next child's home. If the month has only 28 days, my daughter-in-law reminds me to leave early because the next month starts tomorrow. I have no home anymore. I only have my old age to carry from place to place. Master, why is it that the more some parents give, the more alone they become? How can I find peace when my love has turned into a burden?"
This mother's pain, you see, does not come from being abandoned. It comes from something far more subtle, far more fundamental. It comes from the illusion that love must always be returned. Let me be very clear about this. When we give but secretly expect something back, that giving is no longer love. It becomes a transaction wrapped in the beautiful clothing of kindness. It becomes a business deal disguised as devotion. This mother gave everything away, yes, but hidden inside her generosity was a silent contract, an unspoken hope. My children will care for me because I sacrificed for them. She is not wrong to feel this way. She is simply human. But she forgot one fundamental truth. Love cannot be used as a contract of gratitude. You see, if love still carries even a shadow of demand, then sorrow will naturally follow. It is like planting seeds in salt water and expecting flowers. The very soil is poisoned by expectation. Here's what I want you to understand. Her whole life, she lived for others and never truly lived for herself. From her youth, she was taught that being a mother means giving everything. So she gave. Her health, her time, her dreams, her home, her identity, everything. But when we give everything away and keep nothing to stand on, we lose not only our possessions, we lose our dignity, we lose our center. We become beggars in the houses we ourselves built.
That's heartbreaking. So the children aren't necessarily cruel, they're just...
Exactly. Her children are not evil. They simply act as those who have always received without awareness. It is not their cruelty that hurts her. It is her own expectation that they would stay grateful forever, that they would return what she gave. But gratitude cannot be demanded. The moment you demand it, it disappears. She mistook love for a promise of return. But love, once given, must be free to fly. Otherwise, it becomes a chain that binds both sides, the giver and the receiver, in mutual resentment. People often say one mother can raise 10 children, but 10 children may not care for one mother. This is not a complaint against children. It is a reminder to parents to stay aware in their love. Because blind love is not compassion. Blind love is ignorance. It is ignorance of our own limits, ignorance of the fine line where love turns into self-destruction. If that mother had kept a part of her life for herself, not out of greed but out of self-respect, her children would have respected her too. But by giving everything away, she unconsciously told them, "You may decide my place in this world. I have no say. I have surrendered my power completely." And now she walks with her small bag, not as a mother, but as a visitor in the homes she once built.
So what can she do now, Master? Is there a way forward from this pain?
Yes, there is always a way, but it requires a complete shift in consciousness. She must understand that filial love cannot be forced by duty. It awakens only through awareness, only through freedom. If she can still find peace within herself, if she can forgive, not because her children deserve forgiveness, but because she herself deserves freedom from bitterness, then transformation begins. Listen carefully. Forgiveness does not mean allowing the pain to continue. It does not mean becoming a doormat. Forgiveness means no longer feeding the fire that burns you from within. It means releasing the poison of resentment so that you can breathe again. If she keeps blaming, the circle of suffering will only turn again and again. The resentment will eat her alive. But if she realizes that love doesn't need to be answered, that love only needs to be lived, then freedom begins. Here's the beautiful part. Old age is not the end of life. It is the last chance to see yourself clearly, without any role to play. No more mother, no more wife, no more giver, just consciousness witnessing itself.
That's such a profound reframing. So she can actually use this painful time as an opportunity?
Absolutely. That woman has spent her entire life as the giver. Now she must learn the sacred art of receiving, starting with receiving herself, accepting herself. Instead of waiting for others to care for her, she can begin by caring for her own heart. Instead of asking, "Why don't they love me?" she can ask, "Have I loved myself today? Have I honored my own being today?" You see, loneliness is not the problem. Loneliness is only painful when we run from it, when we fill it with complaints and bitterness. But when she learns to sit with her loneliness, to embrace it, to look into it deeply, that loneliness will transform. It will bloom into solitude, and solitude will bloom into peace. If tonight she still has a small lamp and a quiet corner, let her light that candle. Let her sit in silence and whisper to the wind, "I forgive my children, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because I do not wish to live with a hardened heart. I forgive them so that I can live the rest of my days in peace." Forgive not to erase the past. The past cannot be erased. Forgive to walk freely through the rest of life, unburdened by the weight of what should have been.
Master, this is so important. What would you say to those of us listening who still have our parents with us?
I will tell you something very simple but very important. If your parents are still alive, don't let them become strangers in their own home. Don't let them become visitors in the houses they built. When your mother is still here, you still have a way home. You still have roots. But when she is gone, even the road home will fade into the mist. You will search for it, but it will not be there. So while there is still time, be aware. Not out of duty, not out of obligation, but out of simple human awareness. Your parents will not be here forever, neither will you. This moment, this opportunity to love without burden, without transaction, is precious. And to all the parents listening, remember this. Love your children, yes. Give to them, yes, but never give away your own center. Never make your children responsible for your happiness. Your happiness is your own responsibility. Your peace is your own work. The greatest gift you can give your children is not your sacrifice. The greatest gift is your own wholeness, your own peace, your own joy. Because a happy parent raises free children. A suffering parent who sacrifices everything raises guilty children. And guilt is not love, it is a prison.
Thank you, Master. That wisdom will stay with so many of us. What a profound teaching today about love, sacrifice, and finding peace even in the most painful circumstances. If this session has touched you, please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you never miss these conversations, and share this with someone who might need to hear it. Master, any final words before we close?
Just this. May every parent out there learn to love without losing themselves, and may every child learn to honor without being imprisoned by guilt. Love is freedom. Anything else is just contract. Be free.
Beautiful. Thank you, Master, and thank you all for joining us on Wisdom Sessions. Until next time, stay awake, stay aware.